Hey, everybody, we are back. I can't believe it's that time already. And my bronchitis is also still here. So, unfortunately, I'm going to be coughing and whatnot. I sincerely apologize for that. In the meantime, I think we have a game to play, don't we?
I believe so.
Are we doing our facts today or no?
Oh, my God. You know, I totally forgot about that. Of course we should. Yes, let us 100% do that.
I'm the student that reminds everybody of homework.
You really are. And no,
I'm
that's
sorry.
okay. All right, I'll tell you what. Let us start off over here with Shahid with a fun fact. But instead, let's see. Let's get some music in here.
Oh.
There we go. All right, some music is now coming up from behind. Shahid, a fun fact from you.
A fun fact from Shahid. Okay, so the reason why he became an archaeologist is because it was his mother's profession as well.
Oh, I love that.
So yeah, so it was something that he was intrigued with ever since he was a kid. He used to watch his mother talk about all the archaeological digs that she used to go on and all the things that she excavated, and he truly looked up to her. So that's actually why he went into the profession.
Taking notes. Okay, cool.
Mom's face is now an abomination.
The
one sentimental thing.
Okay, all right.
Thank you for the sub, Sassy Sam.
Hey, thank you. So, wow, thank you. Oh, man, that was awesome. Thank you so much for the sub. Who else we have?
Renault.
Mm-hmm.
So Renault, upon the years that he's been here, has realized that scent isn't really something that he has to worry about, considering that he went into the kind of sewage system for a while to develop his little home in the aqueducts. Oh. And so when he was worried about how he smelled when he went into the general public and no one noticed, he was just like, this place generally sucks. So he kind of is always clean, but nobody else notices it.
So his sense of smell.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Renault.
As soon as I came barreling through time, a couple of weeks in, he was like, I haven't really found the proper cleaning method and tried to keep clean. And he thought he smelled bad and nobody noticed. So he was like, wow, everybody actually smells bad.
Oh, God. All right. So, like, how is that? I wonder how that's going to affect your perception checks. I don't know. We'll come up with something.
We can find out.
Yeah,
There's a
exactly.
hype train, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at it. We just got ourselves at what? Did we just hit level 2?
Go.
Ooh,
Fuck, we just hit level 2. Oh my God, we just hit totally level 2.
Let's go.
Yes.
Holy shit.
let's freaking
We
go.
need this.
Joe, seriously,
Feed us.
I will state right now, Joe is a VIP, Constable Gamer 25. He's been one of, he was in Rebels of Rasic, just an incredible player, an incredible actor, and also an amazing Patreon patron. So, Joe, thank you so much for your continued support. And I'm so happy, more importantly, I'm so happy that you're here with us. In case you guys are just joining us and you don't know what the hype train actually means for these guys, play continues as normal. DCs don't change or any of that other kind of stuff, but the characters now do receive, because this is a level 2 that I stand corrected, we just touched on a level 3. Oh, shit. Because we just touched on level 3, every single one of the players' characters also receive a +1, +2, and a +3, and the party has now a pool of 3 inspiration, that which we call urchins in this world. So, yes, so let's go. Oh my God, 1,000 bits. Wow, holy shit. All right, I'm going to continue announcing if I don't shut up, so I'm going to shut up. Who else we got?
Casper. His current gun that he carries with him is sort of a much larger, like, heavier revolver than you would normally see on a constable, and that's because he won it in a drunken shooting contest at the docks. He won it from a Navyman.
Did anybody die in that shot, in that contest?
No, they weren't shooting at people.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Well, fuck, man, that's awesome. All right, and we lost an Ophelia.
Oh no!
We totally lost
the streets.
Yeah, we lost.
They'll come prancing down that street soon.
All right, then I'll tell you what. We will come back to Erin maybe another time, but in the meantime, you guys ready? Let's
Let's go.
Let's do this. Just outside. Now, currently the map is showing that you guys are somewhere just on the steps of the asylum, but that's not fair to you because that's not actually where we left off. So where we left off was in the plaza outside of the asylum, and you had seen several constables talking to someone in the daylight. It's about 6 p.m. right now, heading towards dusk. It's a balmy, like 71 degrees or so. It's actually not too bad. The humidity's not too horrible. You're standing there and you see Dr. Belfry standing outside the asylum talking to one particular constable while others are there. It looks like that they are drawing close their conversation as several constables are already walking out towards the gate. And with that, Belfry himself, whom you know to be a spirit and looks nothing like this, but you know that that is him. He looks very, very mortal. May I have a perception check from everyone?
Yeah, oh my gosh, this Hyperion's
First
ridiculous.
roll.
We're on level 4. Jesus, so plus
Do
one,
we
plus one,
all
plus three,
get
plus four.
advantage on this?
Yeah, All right. And remember, something that we have to keep in mind, not everyone can see the die rolls, so you must tell out, give us the numbers.
I got a 20 on my perception.
22.
Nice.
As well.
Oh, we do get advantage. Okay. Sweet. 21.
Hold up, stop. Kevin.
Yeah.
First off, you're muted. Okay. Kevin, you're not allowed to cheer. Kevin.
I'm just closing it off.
That's cheating,
It's going
Kevin.
away now.
That's
It's going away
cheating,
now.
Kevin.
It's going away now. I'm going away now.
Weird.
We don't know-
By
we don't
roll,
know,
get
Kevin.
followed by a bunch of freshly created accounts.
We know Renault. We don't know Kevin.
Not what you're talking about.
Fuck. Alrighty. So just outside of the plaza, you're looking up at the asylum. You see the constables now walking towards the gate, which is about 50 feet or so away from the main steps that you guys have been on now several times. You, meanwhile, are about 200 feet or so from those gates. Several constables have walked out, and you see the last constable on the steps nodding his head, reaching over, shaking Belfray's hands. Belfray shaking as well, waving goodbye, and then steps outside to see him out. He then, the constable then comes down the stairs and walks out of the gate. You see Belfry standing there, rocking back and forth on his heels, and once the constable has left the gates, you can see a nurse in full attire standing behind the doctor, coming up behind him, saying something to him. He then nods. They turn around and they go back inside the asylum. What you guys also note, the asylum looks a little bit cleaner than what you are accustomed to. It looks pretty damn normal to you.
So is it showing any signs of like the chains that we had to break into previously or anything of that nature on the outside, or does that no longer exist?
That no longer exists.
Well,
Shahid kind of looks over awkwardly to everybody. Yeah, he's like, do you notice those chains are missing? How is this?
There's a lot wrong with that. That man out front there, I saw him as a spectral inside last one.
And everyone knows the asylum shut down about 5 years ago. With Belfry's death.
Seems that more often than not, our perception shifts from our naked eyes. However, we have a series of things that allow us to shift into different views. Perhaps we have, maybe you, Constable Casper, have a means to see differently. I know you have, the thing that allows you to do that.
Well, I got the cube, but Miss Moore's got the planchette.
Upon those words, Shahid takes out one of the shards from his pocket and turns so his back is facing Belfier, and he's going to look through the glass to see how he perceives him through the shard of glass.
That's possibly a very good idea. I didn't consider that. Yes.
So, can you kindly remind us the kind of stuff that you have seen and what you have been able to discern about the shard of mirror that you have?
Okay, yeah. So anytime Shahid has looked through, the last time he looked, he saw the zombies go. He's exactly what I was about to say. He saw zombies going about day-to-day life. So I was able to see them acting normal, though I was able to see them in what I would potentially call their true form. It wasn't until I was near one of the cubes where they then began to materialize and become something that would resemble something more normal.
Is there a disparity between past and present when you look through that? Or does that only occur when something else happens?
That only occurred when something else has happened. From what we had surmised from the cubes. Anytime that I've done it, I've always seen what is, I guess currently there, because it was always, if I'm seeing that figure standing in the corner in the asylum, I'm looking through and I'm seeing that in a different manner.
Okay, so you turn your back, you take a look at the glass shard, and absolutely, just as Belfry's body goes into the asylum, you can see in it the various specters that you guys have always seen, and you see come out of the back of Belfry's head, that like guiding like light that you had also noticed previously. His body also likewise turns somewhat transparent or translucent, and you turn it away, just take a quick look, and you can see he's completely physical otherwise.
When I'm looking inside my glass, I could see him in a spectral form the same way that we had done previously, yet clearly he's not to the naked eye. What do you guys make of this? Perhaps,
well, I don't know if I could make anything here nor there with it, but let me give it a shot, if you don't mind.
Of course.
Renault is going to walk over and kind of, instead of the way that Shahid looks at the mirror, he is going to look at the reflection and then turn the mirror to look around the general area to see if it is also a different time of day.
Oh.
It is not.
With that matching and confirming and being able to see himself as well as his surroundings, kind of see what's going on. I'm not entirely sure what is happening here, but whatever is going on, this seems to be an event we might want to observe. He's getting kind of far away. What are your suggestions?
Guys, I don't mean to interrupt play. The hype train concluded. They touched on level 5. Oh my god. So
thank you.
You all have
you guys are amazing.
Seriously, you guys all have a +1, +2, +3, +4, +5. You can totally blow your load. You can, which means to combine it all into one if you wanted, and the entire party has 5 urchins. The hype train will not be able to be kicked back up for about another hour, so feel free to use these on behalf of the audience who gave them to you. Please, please, please.
Yes.
Thank you.
We will consensually blow our loads.
Y'all rock. But yes, it is possible. We could follow the good doctor there. I don't want to go by myself. I'm not going to go by myself. Perhaps, Constable, you could lead the way. We're burning time.
Yeah, I want to get closer to him anyway, because last time we were doing this, when Shahid was looking through his mirror and I got closer with... I fish around and pull out the little cube. With this one, the figures he saw came back to life, as it were. So, still want to see what's up with that.
Are they going to allow you to, if they see you, what are they going to think about you coming? It seems like it might be a crime scene. Or
yeah, do I recognize any of the
Oh, absolutely.
the constables?
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
Are they guys that are sort of more like Jeffries and his crew of like fuck this old man, or are they like Mason Toe, the guy I met in the park?
They are tried and true constables. They are there to actually protect and serve. There's amongst them varying degrees of corruption because it's fucking everywhere in Fallen Drift. But for the most part, these guys are legit. They are genuine investigators and PCs. True detectives.
I don't think they're gonna give me a hard time just to mess with me. They're not gonna tell me everything they would if I still had the jacket, but I don't think it'll hurt to go up and ask.
if you're sure.
I'm gonna walk over to to one of the constables.
Hey! I haven't seen you around in some days now, hey?
Yeah. Adjusting to the, lack of job, as it were.
So, we've been taking bets behind the scenes as to what exactly has caused you to go on absent. So, if you don't mind, what happened?
Well, I don't think you'd believe me. So call it the drink then.
Oh, yeah. Sorry to hear about that. The old man's been having a little bit of a, let's just say in a little bit of a row with some of the higher ups. He's been trying to clean up the entire department in his own way. It's just not going to work, of course. Most of the good gents, like them, are leaving, it seems. Some are going into early retirement, yeah. However, new blood's now coming in, and with the new blood, new problems. So,
yeah.
What brings you around these parts?
Oh, it's just walking by. I was heading to grab a bite to eat, but I saw you guys. Are they reopening the asylum?
Reopening?
Hey.
Asylum's been open, mate. What do you mean reopening? Right, did it close?
Yeah, 5 years ago. Got shut down when Belfry, kicked it.
Oh. Wait.
Who's the new guy?
Belfry. You're not on the source now, are you? Because you've got a little bit of a... Belfry is just who the lieutenant was just talking to.
Oh, is it? Well, hey, can you blame me? I'm unemployed. I got nothing to do better in the middle of the day.
Yeah, I get it. No, you mean 5 years ago. 5 years ago when there was the patient revolt. I mean, that took place, but... I mean, there were rumors Belfry died, but we just saw him standing there in the door.
Yeah. I guess you did.
Well,
I clearly got a lot to sleep off here.
He looks down at the ground, kind of puts his hand on your shoulder. Listen, take care of yourself, yeah?
Yeah. This ain't nothing permanent.
Something else to keep in mind. Crime's been on the up. We've been bringing people in. Heavily.
Yeah?
Yeah, so keep your eyes open and your nose clean, eh?
Just the regular stuff? The pickpockets and that, or...?
Some of the burglar activity's been increasing. We've seen also some murder is up, as always. Usually is during the, as we approach the holidays. But yeah. So, careful, eh?
Yeah, you stay safe too.
I'll see you around, Jephcots.
Yeah, see
He
ya.
gives you a good pat on the shoulder, turns around, leaves, shakes his head for a moment, straightens back up, straightens out his jacket, and walks.
I head back to the group. Right, so, just to make sure that within the context of our little group I'm not completely insane, the asylum was shut down, yeah? And
Yes.
Belfry was dead?
5 years
Yes.
ago.
Yeah.
Belfry was dead like a few days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, apparently something has changed. We may or may not be in the... I mean, it doesn't make much sense to me, because Belfry is alive now. And when I was talking to that constable, he made it sound like he'd never died.
So in
asylum
this
never shut
reality,
down, apparently.
Belfry is alive.
Yeah.
When I'm looking through my shard, I clearly see the deceased being that we had witnessed when we were in there ourselves not a couple days ago.
Yeah,
But I saw the opposite while inside.
to you, Shahid, 100% everything about it. Like, even just taking a quick glance at it again, it was like kind of over your shoulder. Even the asylum looks like shit, just exactly as it did when you saw it, like, just, just the other day.
Look here. I mean, I'm looking over the shoulder. It's still disheveled.
You even see the
chains that we broke.
Yes.
Everything. Look, I mean, look with your own eyes. And he actually extends his arm out so like everybody could take a glance and see exactly what he's seeing behind them, which would be what we witnessed not a couple days past.
Are the chains in the reflection broken?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So it seems that at some point or another we have walked around the other side of the mirror, as it were.
Oh,
Well
I
said,
never
Constable.
thought of it like that.
It's the only thing that seems to make sense for me, because clearly we were there. We broke into the asylum. You can see the chains are on the ground, the gates open.
Well,
Do-
we broke into the asylum.
Yes,
You
I
were
followed.
doing your civic duty to tell me to go home.
At the time. Yeah.
Clearly, this time change has occurred once we went into the Intelligarium. So, do we believe that perhaps that had something to do with the way in which we're perceiving this current reality? I mean, after all, Dr. Orice did say that it awoke in us. So maybe this is the way that it was the entire time. And we are just no longer, our eyes have a veil, no longer have that veil.
Yeah. The only thing that worries me is that up until this point, we haven't been particularly tipped off to the fact that something was amiss in this particular realm. That changeover could have happened at any point between when we left the asylum and now.
Miss Ophelia, before I come up to any conclusion based on the notes that we've taken so far, can you give me an assessment?
Renault, just as you were talking, something occurred. Everyone give me a perception check. Were you guys able to hear that, by the way?
No.
No.
Sirenscape?
Yeah, I didn't hear
I
it.
didn't hear
No, I
anything.
didn't hear it.
From it.
You heard it. Raffle heard it. Sounded.
I got
Oh.
a 6.
15.
Ooh.
26.
Ooh.
I got an 8.
Okay.
I was writing notes.
Okay, good. All right, so you all heard it. All right, good. Here, I'm going to play it again. Adjust your Sirenscape. Here. Please tell me you heard that.
Nope.
You don't fucking hear that? What? Hold on. Let me. Oh my God. All right. Let me just redo Sirenscape real quick. Either way, for those of you that got a 15 and above, you see a staticky like arm. Renault, what did you get?
I got an 8. I was taking notes.
You got it. Okay. All right. Totally fair. I'm gonna bring sounds, city sounds back up. Let me know if you guys hear them. No.
No.
Wow,
No.
Sirenscape is actually down again. Okay. All right, that's really fucked up. All right, sorry about that, guys. Here, let me do what I can on my side, see if I can change it. Either way, there was like an arm that was coming out of the air, out of the mid-air, towards the gate, just against the tree line of the park, about 20 feet away from you. There was like a flash of light, a very bright light. For those of you that got 15 and above, you were able to see it. And then you saw a figure step out of a rip in this reality, illuminated by a slight glow. The figure then comes out and zerks into existence, dressed as any other child of Fallen Drift, and starts running towards the gates as if frightened.
I point him out and I go, he just walked out of nowhere.
Who?
I point at the guy running. Then
Shahid gestures over to the child as well. That child just appeared through a rift, if you would, right in the middle of reality. Just ripped open and came running out.
I didn't see any such thing. Are you two the only ones that saw that? I see the child, but I'm gonna look around. Did anybody else recognize?
No one else happened to have been looking in that area. There are plenty of city people around, but no.
That glow, Steve, was it the same colored glow as the one that we saw back at Ludwig?
The purple?
Yeah, that purplish glow?
No. This was more of it like a bluish white.
Okay.
Should we go after the child?
The kid is now slipped into the gate.
Are there people?
I'm running towards the gate as well now.
Okay, you got it. All right.
Oh.
Yeah. And Shahid goes and follows. I guess we should back him up.
Oh, okay. I will follow too.
Renault, were you able to see it? I forgot what you said.
I was not, no.
Shit.
Me and Renault were talking to each other.
Okay, got it. All right, totally cool. Yeah, assuming that all four of you head over towards the gate, you can see the kid running around towards the side of the building. It's going to take you a little bit of time, just like a delay of maybe 10 seconds or so to actually open the gate. Once you're inside, you see that the kid is nowhere to be seen, but you are now in front of the asylum once more.
Did we just do another jump?
Wait.
We did just run around. We should have only been halfway. There's no reason why we should be here.
Okay. As I was saying before, important, perceptive. Miss Ophelia, your planchette, please.
What am I looking at?
Abnormalities. I need to confirm whether or not that these are the same things that we see through Mr. Shahid's.
Is the kid there? I forget. Is the kid still there?
No, the kid ran off on the side of the asylum. As soon as he came in through the gate, he veered left, went down the side of the asylum, and disappeared.
Okay. I'll stop and I'll lift up the planchette and look around.
Certainly, you do. You can see the asylum itself in all of its former glory. This time it is tall and distended, as if it were like a cartoon building, where the base is much narrower than the looming and tall top of it all. You see figures in the windows coming back and forth, hands reaching through walls to open up doors on the other side, even though it's totally on the outside of the building itself. You see so much activity going on, and some of it is starting to gain, and you are starting to gain some of their attention.
Okay, I don't like that. I'm going to take that away.
All right.
That is a nightmare. Absolute nightmare of a building. It looks just very distorted. Are we going back in?
I mean, is there a reason to go back in?
I hope not. If only to investigate Dr. Belfry, but...
Yeah. That would be my thoughts behind it.
But we have the dagger to find. I mean, we have the dagger. I have the dagger. It wasn't. No, it's not.
Oh no, you dropped it off in the mail.
Dropped it in the
mailbox.
I thought we wrote a note in the mailbox, and we were going to bring the dagger to the meeting because we didn't want to just dump the dagger through the mailbox.
That's exactly what I remember.
That's correct. I'm sorry. There's so much going on. There are people back to life. There are tall buildings that look nightmarish, and I just couldn't remember where I put my knife.
I think perhaps we could save going into the asylum for after we have gotten that knife safely stashed away. I don't want to deliver that back to anybody.
So Ms. Ophelia does have the knife. I would like to take a look at that to see if I can glean any more information from it. Perhaps the reason why we are witnessing the particular reality that we are right now is because that blade is a key that allows us to do exactly that.
Does any of you have a newspaper, perhaps?
He looks around and he tries to see one of the street urchins with a newspaper, and he just grabs him by the shoulder. Boy,
you're over at the gate. There's no street urchins or anyone else around you right now.
I thought I saw somebody there. I'm sorry. It could be just me. Okay, so my answer is no. That was absolutely nobody. Okay.
We will say the wind is blowing a broadsheet in your direction, though.
Grab that, Shahid, quickly. Yes, good catch. Now, I'm going to. Could you hold up your shard, Mr. Shahid, for just a quick moment? Just a quick moment. I'm going to look at the paper that we have now, and then the reflection in the mirror to see if there is any variation in the text. Anything I need to roll for that, Steve?
No.
Okay.
Everything seems normal on the broadsheet.
Okay. All right. Good. While we are having this discussion, it is good to seem as if we are just normal people in front having a conversation. So that can be established if questioned. But continue, because we are in a very precarious situation.
Yeah, my curiosity is still with the dagger, because what if this is some kind of port key or portal or something that allows an individual who's holding it, or maybe within a proximity, to shift through these parallel realities. If I can get a glimpse at it, I might be able to glean some information off of it. That's maybe what I'm. That's the only thing I could potentially think of that's different, besides the fact that we were in the Intelligarium.
The Intelligarium seems to have had an effect on us that allows us to fold our views or influence something. I feel as if we are able to interact with the very essence of entropy throughout the cosmos.
Do you feel maybe in your experience that it's because of the fact that we're now made aware of it? It's kind of like, if you're thinking about a carriage with a red drape in the window, and then, you've never seen one before, at least you didn't believe you see one. And now all of a sudden there's 4 or 5 carriages that are passing by with red drapes in their windows.
As if they sort of manifested, yes. That's
or maybe just because the fact that they've always been there, and it's just because you weren't paying attention.
Yeah, subconscious awareness. That's very interesting. Yeah. Systematically, however, the knife having priority and acting as a fulcrum to identify it is very important. Yes, I think that would be a better focus. You're good with those items of note that have archaic properties, I guess you could say.
That was something that Adel and I were discussing back in the Intelligarium. So I definitely want to attempt to do that and see if there's anything that I can pull from it.
What's your action? I missed it.
So I was basically vamping until Ophelia returns.
Oh, gotcha.
But basically, Shahid would
keep going.
Yeah, Shahid would like to actually cast identify on the dagger.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, and so basically I know I would have to do some kind of concentration, I believe, or constitution check, because it's a touch. And I believe there was some kind of effect that may or may not occur to him once he touches it. But once I touch it, I could see if the item has some other kind of magic imbued to it. I could learn its properties and how to use it, whether it requires attunement, and I could also see.
Yeah, it's going to require a nice pearl. I mean, it's an expensive thing to do. It's going to take about a minute or so. So let's just assume that for this, you have a pearl worth about 100 gold or so, and an owl feather on you of all things. So not a problem. You managed to take this thing out, and excuse me, and as soon as you touch it, information about it begins to come to you. You start picking up on magical auras. You start seeing the scintillating colors of magic as it appears in the universe and within all the 8 elements. All of it begins to come back down, and as your sight concentrates on the glass of itself, you realize there is something magical, but you don't know what. May I have an Arcana check to dive in further?
Absolutely. $16.
You know that you should have been able to, as you reach through whatever it is, you touched it, you reached down inside of yourself, found a power that should be able to latch onto this, and then you can read what the properties are of this item. You know you made contact with it. You know that this item has something about it, but it also seemed to have dampened some kind of magic around it. You've heard of things in your in your mysteries studies and what have you. There are items out there that will utterly dampen magical effects that are in close proximity and are nigh undetectable. So you have a very good feeling that this is one such item.
So yeah, so as Shahid's glancing over, his eyes kind of glaze over into like this full pearlescent black, and his head just tilts as he just hears these whispers of everything that was just told in his head. And then as he lifts his head slowly to you guys, his voice is kind of altered slightly. I notice there are magic properties to this. The 8 elements have touched this, but there's something dampening magic within its presence. And then he dips his head in and his eyes just flash back to normal. There's some dampening properties to this. So anything within its proximity, it's going to lessen its effects. Maybe it's lessening the effects of our items, our Shatton cubes.
Can you confirm the type of dampening effect? Is it more of an energy reading? Perhaps something how we see, a light spectrum, perhaps? If it's temporal, then that would be a dangerous thing.
My pulls are more of the arcana sense, those ancient magics of past ages. So what I was pulling from that it's that. Anything that possesses that essence, that touch, if you will, is lessened within its presence.
Residual entropic signature. All right.
And I'm sorry. What's dampening magic? My mind was elsewhere for about 5 minutes.
Yes, the dagger.
Oh, the dagger. Am I holding the dagger? The dagger? Okay.
Yes. I just needed to momentarily look at it in order to attempt to identify what may potentially be causing this. I thought it could have been the dagger and causing these rifts, if you will, but right now, I mean, I'm not necessarily proven wrong. It's dampening magic effects So maybe it's either dampening ours, being that it's in your possession and we're within the proximity, or
I don't think it's dampening ours. I feel like my magic is working just fine. I saw the hospital look not the same as it does.
that's the awkward part of this, because that's what I was getting as far as a reading is concerned. The dampening property masks itself, so the individuals who are affected do not feel as if they're in fact affected. I don't know the extent of that. That was really all I could really get from it. This is still all very new to me, but that was definitely the feeling that I was getting.
Is there a way that can be investigated and stripped of us? Like a cleansing, I suppose?
I mean, that's more of your territory. Do you think that's something that maybe would be done?
Oh, I don't think so.
Excuse me.
Oh, hello.
Bang,
Knock,
bang.
knock.
Who's there?
Something was so as you stand about 20 or 30 feet or so away from the main door of the sanitarium, you hear an unearthly knocking at that door.
You all heard that, right?
Yes, and I don't think it was a child.
However, when you turn around, now at the top of the steps, you see a child standing there, looking at the door, knocking.
That's the kid.
That is the kid, yeah, in fact. And knocks again. The door this time opens up with a creak, and you can see a nurse or an attendant or so standing there, looking at the child, then opens it wider.
I want to look through my mirror before the kid runs in. How do I view the child and the surroundings?
The okay. The child looks very much alive, and everyone else looks very much like a spirit.
Okay. Kid alive, everybody else deceased.
And
I can make heads of this.
And with that, the door closes behind. Through the mirror, you can see the asylum is still falling apart. But when you look back, the asylum looks normal. Well, looks new-ish.
I think there might be a kid in our original version of Falling Drift who just got himself into some very serious trouble.
Do we have to go in? I feel like we're not going to come out this time.
It is about time for my check-in, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, God.
Oh, I forgot
We
about
have to
that.
go in. Well, we have to go in. If we don't, then I don't know. The hospital police will be knocking on our doors next. No offense, Casper.
Yeah, none taken.
Wondering where Shahid is for his check-in. I don't know.
You guys go?
I guess
I mean,
Walking towards the door.
as Casper walks up and follows.
Okay.
I'm shoving the dagger back in my pockets. Nobody, this doesn't need to come out. Children don't need to be shot. The dagger doesn't have to come out.
I've not
could
shot a
just-
single child.
Good. Let's keep it that way. Even electric blue ones.
I wasn't going to shoot. I want to save the
Oh no,
kid.
the child isn't electric blue. It was the rift in which they came from.
Well,
Yes.
his arm was for a little bit before he came out.
Okay, let's go.
All right. You guys should be all up at the door by now.
Right before we go in, I'm like, now, do we want to do this as, oh, we're bringing our friend for his check-in, or are we storming the gates, as it were?
I mean, I don't want to check in now. Like, I'm
Right,
just
I mean,
saying, this
obviously
is
we're not gonna
the
hand you over
book.
there,
The book stated that it was going to be my check-in within 5 days' time. That's around now. So the irony of fate that we just so happen to be on these same steps 5 days almost to the day that I'm supposed to be checking in, I'm just stating is ironic.
Steve?
Yeah.
How tall is Dr. Belfry?
Normal human size. About 5'11", 6 feet. Tall.
Do the thing. I'm like reading you. Do the thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what if I brought you in, but not as me? And I'm going to kind of straighten up and kind of like pull my collar a little bit, and I'm going to cast Disguise Self to be Dr. Belfry.
All right. So, okay. I'm kind of curious about something. Can you give me an intelligence check?
Sure.
Just curious about something.
Okay. That's a 19.
19. Okay. Alrighty. Hold on. Doing this, that, the other thing. All right, cool. So you understand that he just walked in and now you're coming back in as him.
Oh, he walked into the hospital.
Yeah, he's in the hospital right now. We saw him walk in. He walked in first after the constables left, and then the child is now knocking, and 2 nurses opened and let the child in.
Fuck it. Let's do it anyways.
Did you get a good glimpse at that nurse or those nurses?
I suppose I got a good glimpse as the nurse, the one that answered the door. Should I cast it as the nurse?
Well, you already did it. You now look like Belfry.
All right. Well, I look like Dr. Belfry. So I'll just hide if we see him. It'll be fine. It's fine.
You even sound like him. Pretty impressive.
Thank you.
Yes, it's freaking me out. I'll be honest. Not a fan.
Well, you just stay in your lane, sir, and there will be no need for trouble or whatever doctors say. Yeah. Anyways, just hide me if we see him. Be head on a swivel.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for him.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I've only been to an asylum one time in my life, and that is Ophelia's fun fact of the day. And I will open the door.
Okay, you go to open the door. When you do, why is there... Okay, there we go. The ambiance inside is exactly as you remembered. Dismal. A distant music playing. Sounds of people shuffling about. Somebody off on the right side writing inside of a book. Music of an old gramophone playing awkwardly somewhere.
What are we supposed to be doing here?
We're bringing our friend in for his admission.
Didn't I say I don't want to get admitted?
Yeah, we're not going to let him actually admit you, Shahid, but we got to get as far in with that as we can.
Yes, maybe lead you to a room.
Sure. Okay.
Casper and Renault, stand kind of around so that I can just duck behind if I need to.
Yeah.
The person continues writing in the book just beyond the counter. You see somebody off to your left standing up against the wall, turning about here. Whoops. Turning about here. Hello? This one. There we go. Turning about here and there.
Everything's exactly the same.
Good evening. Right this way, Mr. al-Zafar.
Yes, of course.
We are. I have acquired Mr. al-Zafar here. He was quite reluctant to be checked in, but I was able to convince him that we will take fine care of him. Fine care indeed. I'm going to clasp a very heavy-handed shoulder or hand on Shahid's shoulder.
On Shahid's shoulder.
Yes, to assert dominance. Yes.
Okay.
So, as you can see, I've needed a constable's assistance to bring him in, and this is his next of kin. As I point to Renault.
Give me.
Hello.
First off, give me a performance check.
Oh, can you believe I'm proficient in performance? Oh, not with that. I want to use the. Oh wait, am I 14?
I mean, you got a 14.
I'll throw a 3.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you guys do have. Thanks to the chat, we do have +1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
I'll make that a 17.
All right, you added in a 3.
Mm-hmm.
Let me roll perception over here. Let's see how that looks.
What is my? I don't even know the ins and outs of this spell.
Oh, there it is. That's also a 17.
Oh, just so you know, I didn't know this. A creature can use its action to inspect my appearance and must succeed on an intelligence investigation check against my spell save DC.
For your performance?
If they want to see if it's a disguise at all. Just going forward.
Okay, that's the disguise. That's the okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, cool. An intelligence check. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
A save, right?
An investigation check against my spell save.
Oh, investigation. Okay. Oh,
yes.
Oh, that's even better. Okay. Oh, there you go. All righty. The figure behind the desk.
Yeah. Oh, yes, Doctor. Whatever you say, Doctor. If you wish, please.
And then finishes writing up, turns the book, places it on the counter.
Yes. I'm just gonna pick up the writing utensils. Don't worry, I'll write it for you. I'm gonna write.
Thank you.
I'm gonna write his
man.
name, but I'm gonna misspell it by a letter, just in case.
You're going to misspell whose name?
Shahid's name.
Okay, all right, that's good. Okay, you do.
Okay, I'll turn it. We'll just make our new guest comfortable. Where should we? Where his quarters are in this wing up here.
Please be sure they're comfortable. I want to make sure that he's as happy with his day as possible.
Yes, of course.
Make sure he doesn't hurt anybody again.
Of course.
I kind of
of
elbow
course.
Shahid.
Oh.
Yes, he is most violent. Perhaps we'll ask for additional restraints when we get up there and investigate the room. So we should all go up there together and investigate the room. By the by, there was a small child that came in through here. I see that she was also unaccompanied. They were also unaccompanied. I do understand that the most recent policy of the hospital is that everybody under the age of legal adulthood should be accompanied by a guardian. So,
Small child? I do not know. A very small child?
well, you are at the front desk, so perhaps you should be a little bit more alert at your station, no?
Yes, Doctor. Yes, Doctor.
Of course. Well, I'll be off now. Everybody, follow me. Where are we going?
Downstairs.
Downstairs. Okay. Let's get you cleaned up, shall we? Before and sanitized before we take you to your room.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
As you begin going or you're heading towards the downstairs.
Doctor, patient bedrooms are upstairs.
Yes, we have to sanitize him first. He's been through the muck and mire of the city.
We
Yes,
pulled
of
him out of
course.
the sewer.
Of course.
And then goes right back to writing in the book. Okay. Wow. All right.
I think as we get to like around the corner, I'm just gonna look at Ruby, Betty, and be like, oh my god, I can't believe this is working. Like, I'm so excited.
Well, you come down the stairs. It's a fucked up place, just as it used to be. So,
come on, load.
You can hear distant screams. There is an airiness to this place. Doors open. Chairs that remain unseen can be heard squeaking here and there. Every now and then, the knock of something, the scream of some disembodied spirit.
My map isn't loaded yet, by the way.
Yeah,
on
same.
99%.
Me too.
Okay.
Any of those screams, do they sound like children?
Yeah.
No. What you hear in your headset is exactly what you hear when you hear a scream.
Okay.
Oh.
Like that.
Okay.
Like that.
All right. Oh, it's dark.
I don't hear any children. You
Where
can't
was
see
it that we found the abomination in the original world?
That was, I believe, down the hall a bit and around the corner.
I think so.
Oh, that's why I can't see anything. Okay.
Renault, that one is coming directly out of the wall behind you.
This is where we saw him last time.
Renault is also currently facing the wall on the map, FYI, in case you can't see anything, buddy.
I'm looking.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to
No.
investigate.
Renault, are you okay?
There is something here.
Yeah, it feels like there's something everywhere.
So now what? You're checked in to the hospital, but what are we doing? Are we finding a child? Are we...
Well, clearly the guard is saying that they did not see any child, so that curious in and of itself. There's that humanoid trafficking that apparently has been going on, and clearly that we witnessed a child entering, and the individuals at the front didn't see them come in. How? They would have to have passed two individuals.
So...
We saw the child go through the mirror, yeah? We saw the sort of rifted out version come through here. It was the flesh and blood child went through.
Well, in the mirror, I saw the same child. The child was flesh and blood through and through in the mirror and with our naked eyes.
My bad then.
This is worrisome. We should move. Let us move. Let us go.
That
to the next
one
place we have to
came
go.
up out of the stairs itself. Several of your ankles, you saw figures.
Okay.
Spectral hands rose up out of the stone and tried grabbing at your ankles.
Do we need to be down here?
If
We've
in my
investigated
experience,
more?
if somebody doesn't want you poking around, that's usually where you're going to find what you want, yeah?
Yep, then I'm getting closer to you then, Inspector. Constable. Yes.
Should we go see where the abomination was and see if it's there?
Wherever you are is where I'm going.
Yes.
Okay, let's go
And
that way.
Definitely stay together.
Yes.
I'm drawing my gun at this point. Gun in hand.
Okay, you begin moving forward. The things that embody this place, well, shall we say, disincorporately embody this place, want you to know that they are still here. But for the time being, you don't see too many of them. This place is as it was just several days ago when you were last here. A series of dark corridors and rooms illuminated by the eerie light of some kind of a dank green lantern up on the wall, here and there.
I take a look at one of the lanterns and see if I have seen them before? If they're anything I recognize?
Give me a perception check.
Yeah.
Constable, if I recall, there was a corridor that was
26.
cordoned off. We might want to investigate that. I don't like that at all.
You take a look at the lantern, Casper, and you see that there is no flame that is emitting that greenish light. Instead, you see something moving around that looks more like a black lick of smoke than anything.
Something wrong with these.
It was just the candles?
There's no candles.
What?
This was
No
the same
lightning.
situation like we witnessed last time. Do you not remember?
I do remember, but I didn't really spend too much time thinking about the lights. But
Right. I was here, and if I'm not mistaken, this is where I remember Grungir. The situation with Grungir happened just around this area, and there's I believe, and Shahid turns around, and his voice kind of echoes as he walks out. There should be a larger table somewhere
Yes.
up north, and there was that same green glowing light, and he takes out his mirror, and he's gonna turn it so it's reflecting towards one of those green mirrors, or excuse me, those green lights.
You do. What you see is an entire soul contained within the lamp itself, lashing out against the constraints of it, as if, and with every single lash, a new little flicker of the light that comes out of it.
These lights are the tortured souls of the individuals trapped therein.
The door that separates Shahid from the party closes.
I sprint over to it.
Oh, this is
Shahid walks up and bangs on it.
You do.
Are you okay in there?
We're fine, are you?
Yeah.
I'm trying to open the door.
The door seems locked,
go in
but
the
there is no lock on the door.
Shahid, go in the other room and meet in the hallway, the room above this one.
He goes. Is the door open?
Hold on.
Oh, the one that I'm in front of right
Apparently,
now.
I just. Wait a second. Did I just lose this? Okay, there you go. No, there is a door there. You should be able to open it.
All right, excellent. And it shuts it. Okay.
I remember that scream. Just, can you go through?
His eyes flash a black, and he reopens the door.
What are you gonna do? What are you doing?
Move back.
Roll for initiative. Here we go. Oh boy. Oh man. Okay. Let's get that music back. What the hell happened? The whole thing just dropped out. Alrighty. Okay, we are going to begin combat. So we have Renault is first, Ophelia, Shahid, Casper, and then what it is being known as the guard. Renault, you're up. Go.
Running up forward, seeing if I can get to the door and try to work it to get access to Shahid. So I'm going to be using a skill check. I'm not sure exactly what I have the tools for it, but I don't know what skill check you want me to use to try to get the door open.
Give me a hold on. Dip. I mean, it shouldn't be a dexterity with a. You have a proficiency, right, with the tools?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so are you proficient in? Manda, what the hell is it to use tools in 5e? Manda.
Can't hear you. Sorry, double muted. Hi.
Hi.
It will be your proficiency bonus plus whatever stat you're using. You can add them together.
So Dex.
There's your plus. Yep.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Dex plus proficiency.
That will be a 20.
Oh.
You know for a fact that you would 100% be able to open this thing up, and you realize that it is not actually locked. There's someone holding it shut. Do you want to do a contested strength?
Yes, I'll give it a shot.
All right, let's do it, man. Go ahead.
Save or check.
Check. Strength check.
And the total for that is not good. I rolled a 1, and I'll keep it. I'll keep it.
For drama purposes.
Yep, I will keep it. And I'm done.
You see the face form out of the warped wood of the door as it mouths those words 6 inches away from Renault's face.
I'm done. Oh, freaking out.
Ophelia, you're up.
Okay. I saw none of that because I'm in the hallway. So I am going to go into this room as Dr. Belfry, and I'm going to cast Charm Person.
Fuck. Okay. All right, cool.
So as Charm Person, you have advantage on the save if we're actively fighting it, but I don't know if we are right now or not.
Okay, but can you be kind enough to read the description of it?
Yeah, I just had to click it. You attempt to charm a humanoid you can see within range. It must make a wisdom saving throw and does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting it. If it fails the saving throw, it's charmed by you until the spell ends or until you or your companions do anything harmful to it. The charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance. When the spell ends, the creature knows it was charmed by you.
Humanoid.
Yes.
I'm going to assume that comes with a living condition. As opposed to undead.
Yes. Yes.
Let me confirm something here. No, that's okay. All right, hold on. Let me let me make sure this is legit. Hold on. Yeah, you are it is okay. Let's play on. All right. You go to cast it, this thing turns around. Its jaw unhinges. Shahid, you see, it's just gonna, it looks like it's actually going to zerk straight towards Ophelia in a massive attack, like a flurry of clawed fists. Ophelia, you cast it, you realize, oh, charm does not work on undead things. Okay, good to know. Are you doing anything more?
If I'm able to grab my dagger from my grab the dagger from my pocket, then I'll just hold that up ready to stab it.
You got it. Shahid,
that's it.
You got it. Shahid, before it's able to move, you have stuff that you can do. You're muted.
There we go. Ha.
Ah.
Okay. So yeah, so as he says move, and he notices Ophelia go, and it's about to turn around in this archaic eldritch language. He just speaks a tongue, Osalaka, that he's never spoken before. As he waves a hand, and as a bonus action is gonna hex the individual. So with that, he's also going to choose what ability they're going to have disadvantage on, which is going to be wisdom, because as his action, as he does that, he is then going to, in that very dark voice, say, "Listen to the bells of Ludgrave Park
Oh, shit!
within your head. And he's going to cast Toll the Dead. Wisdom saving throw 15, but it rolls it at disadvantage.
Okay, wow. And what's the whole effect of it?
So, Toll the Dead. You point at a creature you can see within range, and the sound of a dolorous bell fills the air around it for a moment. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, or they take 2d8 necrotic damage.
It's going to be 8 points. Or it should be rolled an 8 for its save.
All right, so it has failed. So it takes 2d8 damage. So, Toll the Dead. Wait, no. Oh, I gotta target it right in here. I'm sorry, y'all. This is my first time doing this. See it there? Burp, burp, burp. So dead. And how do I actually cast it in this now? There you go.
Total is 6 points. Alrighty.
6 points.
So you cast it. It rings out, and you hear as these things everywhere, the reverberation and power of that thing starts ringing through, and you can see. And immediately it fades out of existence.
Wow.
Ms. Moore, are you okay?
I'm fine. Are you okay?
We are at the top of round 2. Renault, you go. You're at the door. It just screamed at you.
What? Sorry, do I get a turn?
Casper did not get a turn.
Casper
Casper's
did not
turn.
get a turn. Casper, you go. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Or I heard the... Did I hear the door talking to Renault?
Yeah, we'll say you did. We will say you did.
I'm going to sort of call to the other two, seeing that the thing disappeared. Like, Renault might be dealing with something similar. And I'm going to step back into this room.
Okay.
What does he see, Renault? You're muted. You're muted.
In front of him, you see him kind of drawn back away from the door on his ass, somewhat semi-prone as he pushed against the door, and it was not good. The point that Shahid, other side.
Casper?
Yeah, Shahid's fine. I'm gonna come up to the door. And I'm a rogue, so I can bonus action dash to get there.
Whatever. Sure. You're there.
And I'm gonna try to open the door this time.
Okay, give me a dex check with your proficiency of tools, which I'm sure you have on you, right?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, 13.
Nothing's there. There's no lock. The door is peaceful. Everything is just fine.
I push the door open.
May I have a... no, it's okay. What's your AC?
Oh, good question. My AC is 14.
Cool.
Everything is just fine.
Carry on.
Oh my god.
Love to hear it. Yeah, I'm just trying to push the door open.
You put your hand up against the door.
Mm-hmm.
You begin to apply pressure to it. The wood swallows your hand. Tendrils and splinters begin wrapping itself around.
Trying to yank his arm back against it.
Every time you begin to move, the splinters, which are now pressing up against your flesh as you pull back, they dig in further. You are going to take... That's going to be 8 points of damage.
Okay.
How does Casper take this?
I think I just shoot the door.
Oh, so, okay. So with your other hand.
I made sure I said I drew my gun earlier. I had my gun.
All
in
right,
my
okay.
hand.
Oh, fuck. Okay. God damn it. Hold on. I need to die first. All right. Wow, that's funny. Yeah, you just. Oh, fuck. All right. Yeah, you just start like. Screw it. You just start
Jesus
you shoot at
Christ.
the door. Is something wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Erin, what's wrong?
Nothing. I said to the sound of the gunshot.
Oh,
You're doing your job.
Oh, okay. No, because I know that you've had stuff going on behind the scenes. I'm glad that you're.
Oh,
okay.
you're good.
Okay.
You're good.
Yeah, you try shooting at the door. Some of the wood now splinters, but the slug stuck in it. What are you doing? It's gonna take another attack if you don't do something. 3.
Renault, help me get my arm out of this damn thing.
Whoa.
I'm gonna move up and get myself to try to help him, to let the aid to help him.
Renault, as soon as you put your hands on him, there's like you don't know you have no idea where the hell it came from, but let me do this real quick. Casper, the wood lets go, and you can see a splinter like break off and just slowly float in the air around you. Even Renault is beginning to move super slow, and you see the wood very quickly snap back, allowing you to take your hand out. And as it does, you see another spectral hand, not belonging to anyone around you, wrap itself around the wound and heal you for 31 points of damage.
Holy shit.
And with that, you snap back. Renault, continue.
Are you alright? Is everything okay? Are we good? Are we clear?
Don't touch that fucking door.
All right. I noted. Can I? Let's move that chair into the door. Maybe that will be a way to do it. And Renault's going to walk over to the little couch chair thing to the right of us and try and grab it to move it through the door as like a cover.
Oh yeah, not a problem. You do. You pick it up.
So
you begin moving
it. And I have
by the way,
this much movement left.
The door opens.
Nope, I don't trust that shit. Nope. Just gonna move the chair through the door, knocking everything I touch, nothing, just sliding the chair through, and that's all I'm gonna be doing. Gonna take up. I can't walk through.
You can. You just need to click on it.
I need to click on the door.
I dare
right?
you.
Yep, got it.
Okay.
I dare you.
Right here with the chair in front of me.
Shahid, off to your left, you see a fucking walking chair.
And that's it for my turn. I do not see him.
Okay. Ophelia, you're up. Whoop.
Come this way, Shahid. We're going into the hallway again. Casper's over on this side.
Renault's back here.
What? Oh my god.
I heard that, right?
You heard everything.
Oh, I said it out loud.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Okay.
I looked to my left, freaked out like, oh.
I guess I'll use my dash action to get out in this room. Oh, hello. Where's Casper?
I'm in the other room.
I love how Ophelia is completely nonplussed. Nothing affects.
I saw no door.
Exactly.
I saw,
Yeah.
I realized I can't charm dead people. That is what I gained from...
You do notice Renault is holding a fucking chair and looks absolutely terrified. Shahid is probably still with like glazed over black eyes.
Oh, I saw Shahid do his whole thing. Renault, come now. We've been here before. There's nothing to be afraid of. There's just some screaming in the walls. Yes?
Yes.
And you're with Dr. Belfry for another, I don't know, 45 minutes?
This is so strange. Very, very strange. Can we do what we came here to do and investigate? There's a lot of entropic overlay, and I'm not a really big fan of it.
Yes. We should get to it before Dr. Belfry comes and sees his twin.
And we're going to take you out of combat.
Okay. I gotta turn this ambient noise down.
Everyone all right?
Yes. What were you doing?
Where were you?
The door tried to eat me. Yeah.
What?
Renault was backing away from the door. I tried to open it. When I tried to push it open, my arm just... I can't describe it any better. The door bit me.
Bit you?
Yeah.
This door?
Yeah, that's why I shot it. I pointed the slugs in the door.
All right.
He was justified. It was absolutely justified. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I believe you.
What? It's
Ophelia, you can see Casper and Renault look much worse for wear mentally.
How's Casper's hand? Is it completely healed?
He was healed by 31 points. I'm assuming you're healed up to full?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that full?
Okay. Okay.
So,
it was almost like when I died, I saw somebody and they healed me. I think I saw Shahid or Otto, one of them. It's a bit foggy.
Oh, I remember the story. I believe it was Otto.
Yeah.
He said he saw you in an alleyway or something like that back in the Intelligarium. Well, at least that was the story.
Yeah,
that he said.
right. Yeah. But this time, when Renault pulled me away from the door, somebody's hand came in and it just, it's fixed me right up.
There's something coming for us.
Where?
Right here. And I point straight in front of him.
Let's go. Can we go back? Let's just go.
I'm gonna shove the chair at them and then run towards everybody.
I'm aiming my gun down, where Shahid said, and motioning everybody into the door.
Time to go. Let's go find our abomination friend.
And as soon as you do, it runs right up to the door. Did you guys shut the door behind it?
Yeah, I slammed it behind
Okay, cool. All right, there you go. And you hear.
So now these things are made aware of us. They're starting to attack us. The lights are the actual captured souls of some of these individuals within this asylum. I dare to say what's next.
Perhaps we need to take as many of these souls out of here because it is acting as a temporal or planar prison.
What if I want to take my cube out and hold it towards one of the lanterns.
Oh my. Yeah, show me which lantern you're going to go towards.
I go to this one.
You go to that one? Okay. Yeah. Describe the exact action you take.
I'm going to pull the cube out of my, I guess I have it in a pouch or a.
Okay.
And I'm going to maybe Shahid or Miss Moore if you want to watch this through your observational devices.
All right.
I'll
hold up my planchette.
Okay, so you begin watching, and immediately you can see that the souls within the lanterns flailing about, and every single movement that they make represents one of the tiny flickers of light within.
And I'm slowly moving the cube towards it.
And
tell me if anything starts to change.
Sure.
What?
Something speaks to you from it.
To me?
It spoke.
I heard that.
Did we all hear that?
Everyone heard what you heard.
You heard that?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Talk to it,
You-
Mr. Casper.
You in the lamp. You can hear me? If I break that lamp, what happens to you?
We are set free.
And what do you do with that freedom?
It wavers back and forth.
Maybe
Insight check.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I would also like to make one.
Go ahead.
I think I have something about my insight checks for my specific rogue guy.
And I'm going to actually use a +4 for that, so we're going to make that a 12.
There we go.
It's to determine if they're lying, and at this moment it hasn't said anything that it could lie
So,
about.
Shahid, you're adding in a plus what? Well, first
I'm
off,
adding in
what
my
was your die roll?
+4. Oh, so it was an 8 plus.
Okay.
So I want to add in my +4 to make it a 12.
Okay. You may want to add in the +3 as well.
Sure. I'll add the +3 as well.
Cool. Wow. Thank you for that. This is why the hype train's sometimes just fucking awesome. Actually, it's always awesome, but... So you add in a
Hype
+3
train.
to +4. Oh, yeah, dude. So you get a total of +7 bonus on this, Jeremy. And you can detect there is a horrific malevolence within this thing. Oh, it wants to eat you.
Oh, hell no. Don't you break that thing. I say to Casper.
Yeah. I think
You
I
read
figured
that,
as
right?
well. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I feel we all got that vibe that this thing wants to be set free. It was put there for a reason.
Yep. I put the cube back in my pocket and I go, "You're staying in that lamp."
It continues to waver back and forth, becoming the torch again.
Who put them in this tortured state? Can you ask that?
Yeah, I can try. I'm gonna ask a different one though.
Okay, go ahead and move to the map. Move on the map.
And
Or you're going
Again.
to the one by the chair?
yeah, by the chair.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, you can... no. Okay, cool. All right, you go there, and, like, right there?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Then I hold the cube up to it just until, like, moving it closer until I can.
Jephcots, you put me in prison. You put me here. You put me here.
I did.
Oh, you recognize that voice. That was one person who happened to have been known as the Rambler. He had been a dispossessed person who had gone around. He had debts that were amazing, and his entire way of handling those debts was to become a serial killer and kill all of his debtors. He slaughtered a total of 16, each and every single one of them, with his own hands.
Did I arrest him?
Oh, yeah, you did. Oh, and you tossed him in jail. You later found out that he got moved to the asylum.
Yeah. Yeah, I put you in prison. I'd do it again.
Come closer. Let me breathe your
You answer a question for me. I might let you out of there.
Give me a deception check.
How'd you know I was lying? 16.
16.
Yeah.
Go on.
I know I put you in jail, but I'm going to assume Dr. Belfry put you in that lamp. Is that right?
Such answers. You want answers. I'll give them to you after I write them on your flesh.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Enjoy staying in the lamp forever, then. I put the cube back in my pocket and go over to the group.
And it continues to flail around, turning itself into a torch. I'm going to grab some more rum because this is fun.
So it's safe to say that we should not interact with the lights or anybody, really.
So
that fellow was a particularly nasty serial killer that I put away some time ago. He got transferred to the asylum. So
these
what
are
kind
inmates?
of individuals would do this? Right. It sounds like they're inmates. They're maybe the more vile patrons who have inhabited these walls.
The type that the public would not be too sad to hear had gone missing or died during their treatment, I imagine.
It just seems like everybody in this hospital was put into something, whether it's a lamp or a casing of some decrepit being. So,
Everyone make an intelligence save.
Intelligence save. Okay.
1d3.
4.
Oh God, I'm re-rolling that. I got a 1.
Go ahead and use that urchin.
Yeah, I'm using
Use that urchin.
Go ahead and re-roll.
Oh God.
Much better.
I got a 3.
Got a 3? Okay.
Yeah, I'll throw my 5 and 2 at it to make it a 10.
Okay. You're 5 and you're 2. All right. So you get a 10.
Oh, I hate the way you said that entire thing.
Casper?
I had a 24.
Shahid?
16.
And Renault?
A total of a 23.
Cool. Thank you.
All right. Stick with the 10.
I can't help but think of something that I forget who said it back in the Intelligarium, but we were speaking on the topics of the gods of old, and they said that they were reflections of action. So maybe these entities, well, obviously they're entities, but these inmates, they are a reflection of their hatred, and which burns like fire, and maybe that's literally being used as light.
It could be, but
I believe the words that Otto was trying to teach me were manifestation.
The particular mechanics of it are aside. There is the ethical concern of people being put into lamps. I think we need to...
Well, I mean, with respect, Constable, if somebody does something wicked and you throw them in a cell, isn't that not the same kind of imprisonment?
Well, my imprisonment generally didn't turn killers into people who wanted to eat you necessarily.
But
didn't
what if
he
they
say
wanted
he
to
knew
do
you?
that?
Yeah,
Offers
I put him in jail for
rehabilitation.
killing 16 people.
Did you hear that?
yes.
There was a
can
door.
Let's get
Hallway?
out of this room.
Hallway?
Yes, hallway now,
Hallway.
please. Yep. All right. Let's go. Renault, Casper.
I'm
gentlemen?
trying to move and turn at the same time.
Okay.
Make sure you close that door behind you.
Now, I remember there was a ghost down this other hallway. Remember with the fingernails?
I do.
Just heard a door.
That were falling like leaves in the wind.
Yes, let's keep moving. Perhaps the abomination is here? If time is not what it seems. I hate that sound.
Yeah. I believe we turn here.
Yes, this is the room right here.
And yes.
Is everybody here? Is everybody else here? Oh, yes.
Gentlemen?
Renault, where are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Allow me to run through there. Wait, what?
And this is where we saw Ethan Long, in this room next door.
Yes.
Ah. All right.
Renault, follow the evil men in lamps to my voice.
Oh my god.
Sticking with you, Shahid.
Renault?
It won't let me move through the wall. I tried to move through.
Casper,
No, you can't move through the fucking walls, dude. There are walls I put up.
I got it. Renault is all fucked up right now.
Yeah.
There you are. Let's go.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all. There's entirely too many entropic options here, and it is not making a benefit whatsoever.
Right, so this is that necromantic circle that we learnt of. A friend was in this corner, and Mr. Ethan Long's body was in here.
Yes.
None of them are present.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, that was me. I'm sorry.
I know. I got scared of my own token. It's a lot louder than it was.
Yeah,
I believe we're getting
time.
close.
Well, we've also going deeper. We stopped here and then ended up turning back because this is when we met the constable.
Right, yeah, this is where I met you guys.
Who was calling for, and then we turned around. We never went deeper than this.
Then let us move.
If you, as players, find the sounds too loud, in the upper right corner of Foundry, click on the music notes, click on global volume controls, and adjust the ambient slider.
Oh.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you do have control over your own volume.
Okay, cool. So much peaceful. So which direction are we going?
There's a stairwell here.
All right.
I mean, not saying we have to travel there. And I see a door in the far corner.
Where would a child go if it's being taken against its will, or where would they bring a child?
I mean, from what the guard at the front said, it seemed weird that you were bringing a newly admitted patient down to the basement. They likely would have gone upstairs with it.
Did say for cleaning.
We did say for cleaning, but they seem to not consider this standard protocol.
So are we to go back?
I would like that.
I mean, no harm in going back.
And
The patient is ready.
God. You were not a patient, not yet, at least. All right, let's go back then.
You're going back where?
To the front.
You're going back to the main?
Yeah.
Okay. There is an entire passage that is left unexplored to the character's left, to the map right. There's a foreboding sense coming from that side as well.
My only concern is if we go back upstairs and things go sideways, we might lose any opportunity we have to investigate things down here.
Shahid can't help but walk over to that wall that he did last he was there.
Yeah. That thing is partially broken down, and you can kind of get a small glimpse of a slightly brighter green light coming through it.
Well, we know what green lights indicate. There's a bright green light on the other side here, so kind of know how that story ends.
Looks like the hole turns down at the end there. Might be a door into that room, yeah?
Yeah, last we were here, I just remember a banging coming from beyond that wall. I was just curious if it would be still evident in this particular time frame.
I gotta check it out.
Okay.
I won't make anyone else come with me, but just stand at the end of the hall and be ready to help, maybe?
We're gonna come with you. I mean, I am at least. And I also don't like these bloody handprints on the floor. Oh, that was... Which door?
What? Why is it that I could hear the bells from here? Did you not hear that?
What bells?
Bells?
There were bells, like the bells that we hear from the church or Ludgrave Park. But as soon as I stepped to where you were, it just stopped.
I didn't hear any bells, nor did I hear any where you were. I don't think.
I think we got to see what's inside that room.
No, I don't hear any bells, Shahid.
It may be just some residual sounds from earlier. I apologize. Let's keep going.
I accept the fact that we may be seeing things on different levels of perception, but this one is strange comparatively.
At the end of this approximately 10-foot wide hallway is a door. It looks to be of steel with a small window at the top that would be opened if the person on the other side slid it open. On the left side, a normal wooden door that has the marks of old scratches on it next to the doorknob.
The scratches like the scratches that we've been seeing?
Hand-sized, man-sized, human-sized.
Okay.
Think might be if we have the doctor knock on this one, we could get it opened, yeah?
Oh,
Possible.
that's a good idea. I could do that. I'll knock on this door.
Okay, you knock. There's no sound that changes.
And it's, I'm sorry, what's the locking mechanism on this?
Key.
Oh. I say it's Dr. Belfry. Let me in. I have a patient here that needs to be...
You hear a small girl scream come from... It sounds like it's about 6 inches from you. You don't know where it is. It happened as soon as you said Belfry.
You all heard that, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll be at the door. I'll see if I can get it open.
Okay, I'll try this door here. Oop. I'm gonna open that one.
Okay.
I'm going to try to use my thieves' tools on this door.
Yep.
I just...
Yeah, it opens. If the doors are locked on the map if they are meant to be locked. And that door was not locked.
Oh.
Shahid's gonna pull out the shard mirror and just look in this hallway around where they're currently standing to himself, because he's very curious to see if the little girl that we heard 6 inches away from us is actually physically here.
You got it. Untold Odysseys rated us for with a party of 9. What's up, guys? We're in the middle of a horror fest, so
there's a no. I'm gonna grab Casper's collar and yank him back next to me. Do you see What I see?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Is that the same ghost with the fingernails from the one episode?
It is, and...
Okay, close the door.
Close the door.
Oh.
God damn it. Okay, you did not see this one because we hadn't met yet. She peels her fingernails off and is very... No, don't listen to her. She's not actually sad. She's trying to lure you in.
You see the hand coming through the metal door that you just closed behind you.
Okay, we should go. Let's go. No,
Right there. Guys, roll for initiative.
Oh,
Here we
fucking
go.
fingernail lady.
And...
13.
Oh, are you? Who's rolling?
I rolled everywhere.
Yep, we have it. Alrighty, the very first person is... Let's see, so the order is going to be Casper, Shahid, the Ghost, Renault, and then Ophelia. Casper, you get first move.
Does the ghost seem like it's angry or in pain or...
Give me an insight check.
Yeah. So move my combat tracker out of the way. Oops.
That's a 3. Nat 3.
I'll use my +4 and my +3 on that to make that a 15.
You got... Okay, cool. Yeah, you add in your +7. All right. Wow.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad you guys are using this stuff up. Oh, hold on. I was on the wrong one. There we go. Using a +3, +4. Okay, cool. Cool. For a total of 15, it's... She's out to make sausage of your intestines.
My God.
Okay, I'm gonna... Casper, he's a cop. I think his first response to something coming towards him aggressively like this is back up and take a shot at it.
Okay, all right, yeah, no problem. So you're all right. You got your pistol.
Yep.
Oh God, dude!
I've rolled so poorly for all of my attacks so far.
You really have. It's it's not good. So you kick back and you try to let this thing go. At the first off, the bullet just simply it hits it, and you can see kind of some of its ectoplasmic cloth come out. Or come off and kind of float in the air next to the body, eventually disincorporating. But other than that, no, you missed.
Yeah, and then I think I'm just going to back up away for a few steps.
Okay, and are you done?
Yep, that's my turn.
Okay, guys. Hey, everyone, remember, you got to tell me when you're done, all right? And
we have an end turn button we can click.
Yeah, that is also very true. Yeah, you can click end turn. Shahid, you're up.
Yeah, so Shahid watches all of this happen, and once he realizes this thing is coming right for them, and Casper takes a shot, Shahid's eyes just gloss over in that black once more. Ooh. He reaches to one side of the shadows and then the other as these black tendrils come from the wall like a black ichor, and he brings it in front of him and swirls his hands and it almost looks like these tentacles, and then casts an Eldritch Blast right at it.
Oh shit. Okay, cool. What rolls need to be made?
That's just an actual attack roll. That's a spell attack.
Got it. Okay, awesome. Go ahead.
So that's a 14.
A total 14. Okay, you go to blast this thing to hell. It is, in fact, going to hit.
So it took 10 damage.
Oh, shit. There is, as that thing rings through the air for the very first time that you have ever... Whoa!
Subscribe.
Amanda, thank you so much for the gifty subs. Holy crap. As you blast this thing to pieces, you see some of it does come off, and its hand reaching up protectively to where it had been damaged.
And that is the end of my turn.
Okay. This thing now racing forward, going to attempt an attack on, let's see here. Oh, yeah. It's going straight towards Ophelia.
I still look like Dr. Belfry though.
Can I, since it ran through my threatened square, since I was cowering in the doorway, can I get an attack of opportunity?
You have all right, so, if it moves from the square that it's in now, I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
Normally, I would also say yes if it were here, but there happens to be a wall between you and it.
Heard.
Okay? So it's Belfry. Here, I'll give you this.
You put me here!
And it launches an attack out after you with advantage.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
I guess.
Let's do that.
The same thing.
It is. Oh, it got a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
It reaches, lashing out. You can see the black fingernails that it had been peeling off come out of its fingers, turn into talons, and rake across you for 16 hit points of necrotic.
Jesus fucking Christ. Am I? No, thank God. Okay, well, all right. Is there necrotic damage happening to my face? Like last time?
Yes. Oh, no. It's straight up necrotic damage. The damage is done.
Okay. I'm just gonna grab my beautiful Belfry face in pain. I hate this woman. Somebody fucking kill her, please.
It's going to attack again.
Oh, yes. Okay. Do I have any opportunity? Hold on.
That's a 20.
You know that's gonna hit.
For a total of 15 points of damage.
Asking.
Like rips through you. The damage is done. A smear of a smile of satisfaction crosses, quite literally stretching ear to ear.
Well, I don't down.
You what?
I don't see it because I am unconscious. So.
Hold up. Rabbit just cashed in 5,000 channel points. Hold up. Let me just double check here. That is Healer Hero. I want to make sure of this. Power by Blurp. Yeah, we got that. Okay, cool.
I am getting fucked, Rabbit.
Oh yeah, no. She got totally tooled. All right, so that would be. And that's going to be a total of 24. Wow. So.
Ooh, thank you.
There is, just after those things occur, you kind of get the feeling that you're not alone. That there is an individual somewhere near you. You can even feel the presence. No, you smell that baby smell. That newborn infant smell. And a hand reaches out and touches your face and your wounds. Just as it does, the pain evaporates. You are healed for 24.
Let's fucking kill her, please. I don't like that whole experience. No, thank you.
Working on it.
Okay.
Renault, you're up.
You, very ugly woman. Your nails are horribly done. There's definitely bad. I wouldn't have done that at all. Your paint is off. Your textures are incorrect.
It like spins its head to look at you.
And I cast Vicious Mockery on her.
Oh my god! All right, give us a breakdown.
I mean, see, I don't know how to see if I can link this. I thought I could just click on it and it would go. Oops, yep, that's how you do it.
Can you read it?
Spells. Got you. Huh. Why is it doing this? Yeah. Anyway, let me just read it for you. Vicious mockery. You unleash a string of insults laced with subtle enchantments at a creature you can see within range. If the target can hear you, though it need not understand you, it must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage and have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
It's disadvantage on a wisdom
on attack
save?
rolls. No, let me read it again. It must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage and have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
You got it. Roll 1d4. Rolled a 5 for its wisdom save.
The damage is increased to 2d4, so it would be 2d4. It would take an additional d4 because I'm level 5.
Okay, I'm waiting for you to roll it.
Oh, sorry. 1, 2, roll.
Nice.
Total of 5 psychic damage.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right.
Have them done at a salon, cheap bastard.
And I'm going to step back and end my turn.
Okay. Remember to hit end turn on yours. Ophelia, you're up.
Thank God. I'm going to take my dagger out. The magic dagger. The glass dagger.
Okay.
Oh boy.
And I'm going to stab this bitch in the face.
Oh, fuck yeah. Roll the
Yeah,
hit.
you are.
Let me find the thing.
Yay.
So I have the dagger. I'm just going to roll the regular dagger. I don't know what it does, though. Can I re-roll that? Can I use an urchin to re-roll attack rolls? Yeah, I'm going to do that. Thank you. That fucking net 20, baby. Right in the eyeball. and I'm going to say, I'm going to take the dagger out and kind of like quickly glance at everybody else just to make sure it's cool that I'm using this glass dagger, like the coveted glass dagger. As soon as I see Shahid, the museum man, tell me it's okay, I'm going to whip around right back at this fucking fingernail lady, and I'm going to say, "Stop killing me!" And I'm going to stab her right in the face.
You do. You plant that thing right in there. And you can feel some of the energy of life all around you go sucked into the dagger and emit into the creature in front of you, causing negative damage. You crit it and healed it for 18.
Steve.
Yes, my Kraus. Love. Yes, my love. Yes, my love.
I'm gonna quote last week. I thought you loved me. I'm gonna make you roll wow. You fucker. I'm gonna make you roll a d20 when we do get married to see if you're actually gonna get married. You're gonna need to roll a fucking performance check in your dreams.
I'm getting rolled with disadvantage. I'm getting married with disadvantage.
roll a wedding save.
Oh, roll a wedding save.
That's how you get pre-existing conditions.
Alrighty.
Oh my god.
Alrighty, we're back.
Okay, so I'm gonna see all that happen, and I'm going to turn and look at Shahid and say, "I am blaming you." And I'm gonna take a 5-step back, footstep back, and that's it.
Okay, go ahead and end your turn.
Oh, that was a lot. Yeah. Where's the initiative button?
It's the fist.
Got it.
Okay.
Fist. Yep. Thank you.
Casper, you're up.
I'm so mad.
Yeah, seeing that Ophelia just got pretty royally messed up by this thing, and looking at her back, I'm not sure he saw her get healed by it, and he's gonna step in front of her.
Oh, cool. All right.
And I'm gonna try to stab it. Maybe that'll go better than trying to shoot it.
So, can I have a investigation, please?
Yeah.
Actually, give me history with advantage.
Okay. Is it control click for advantage? maybe? Oh, that was disadvantage, but with advantage, that's a 13.
Okay. Good enough. You recognize her. You recognize her. Yeah, this is Miss Molly Malloy. She had been institutionalized about 8 years ago. She was last seen about 2 years after she had entered. She was a nanny, and several children died under her care. And she claims she had nothing to do with it at the moment that she was institutionalized. Dr. Belfry allowed her to take care of the children within the institution. And as such, several of them actually did fairly well. Like, okay, apparently she did do okay. However, supposedly 10 children died when they were not under her care, and she mourned their loss until her dying day.
Miss Malloy?
The figure stands, looking at you, wavering. Give me a give me a thing. I have to remember the name of the thing. May I please have persuasion?
Persuasion. 13. I'll use my +5 on that.
Fuck yeah. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Okay. She seems lost. She doesn't... It's like she heard a sound that she once recognized as soon as you said something. But her eyes flit between you, the wall, the ground, and other places.
I'm going to reach into my pocket for the cube, and as I am, I'm going to go, now, Miss Malloy, what happened to those children? It weren't your fault. No, I understand. It's a terrible thing, and terrible things happen all the time in this city. But it wasn't your fault, yeah? You did nothing to them. I believe you. Yeah, we all mean well.
What are you doing with the cube?
I think I'm holding it towards her.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What is your intention?
I remembered that when Ophelia had been injured by her nails before, the cube helped to revert the damage. So I think Casper is just hoping that it can do something to. And the other spirits seemed interested in the cube. At least it seemed to do something for them to allow them to be more coherent, or at least like corporeal.
Okay.
Or present. So I think he's just trying to help her out a little and see if maybe that calms her down.
As you bring it closer to her, there's a... And you see your words escape your mouth when you said, "It is not your fault." And they turned into small bits of ribbon and lace that began to form around her neck, completing her garb as it once was, in a beautiful, pristine state of ivory color, cascading down off of the shoulders, perfectly stitched, an apron around her waist. When she looked down and she saw that she was not perceived as the, quote, insane person in an asylum, but rather for their caretaker that she truly was, she uttered those words, "I'm free." And he saw her have a slightly easier look upon her face. With that, she reached out to you. And there, just a simple glance, just for a quick moment. May I please have a perception check with advantage?
Yeah. That'll be a 27.
You realize so much of the asylum itself is completely comprised of tortured souls. So many of the small patches and cracks and cracks and bricks and other things are actually souls. The entire asylum has been falling apart for a very long time, but seems to have been held together by soul forging.
This is not great.
And she now vanishes from view. You guys are out of combat.
Oh, it worked. Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, God. It worked. Yeah. All right.
Is everybody okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what did you do?
I was hoping the cube would do something, but as I was coming up to her, I recognized her. She was a nanny. A few kids died under her care. Supposedly, she was convicted to be at fault for it. She was then admitted here in the asylum and sort of used as the nanny of the asylum. And while she was here, the kids did fine. It was the kid she wasn't caring for that passed away. And I don't think she ever forgave herself.
So are you implying that the torment is put on themselves? They're prisoners of themselves.
Well, themselves and that which was done to them. You know, she didn't kill those 10 kids, but something, and maybe it was just herself, maybe it was, but she truly believed that she was responsible or partially responsible for their deaths. I don't think it's any surprise to anybody to say that Belfry has been up to no good here. There's also the small side note that he sort of gestures around to the bricks and the doors and goes, this whole building is made of souls, yeah? It's all ghosts.
The building is ghosts.
The entire building.
Yeah, the bricks are ghosts, the doors are ghosts, the floor is most likely ghosts. That's why we hear all the yelling in the walls.
Perhaps a better term would be a saturation of the somatic energies that lived at another time.
I don't.
Their memories were steeped into the entirety of the building, thus we can perceive them. That makes sense.
I don't even know if it's that their memories have seeped into the building. When she reached out to me, I saw. It's almost like whatever made them living was made into the bricks. Yeah, does that make sense? No?
It does. It does, in fact.
I mean, you had just said that there was somebody that you had imprisoned in the lantern, so yeah. I would suspend my disbelief for a moment to say that, yes, there are ghosts in the bricks.
Well, the ghosts saw the bricks, but yeah.
Okay.
With her out of the way, we should be able to take a peek on through this door. Yeah?
Okay, let's go.
You begin to venture forward. Any sounds you hear are purposeful and programmed.
Oh, God. I will adjust my ambient noise again.
The room that you happen to be in, a larger room about some 20 by 20, the majority of it not furnished at all. In the upper right corner, a large desk. On the lower portion of that, the southern end of it, a ring of keys. More of those lanterns adorn the wall to the north of it. On the desk and the chair behind the desk, splattered blood, remnants of some prisoner fight that took place here some 5 years ago. Handprints still adorn the floor and the walls. In the corner, a bucket of fetid water. Down the hallway, however, is much more interesting. Bright torches occupy the middle of it. Dimmer torches occupy the end of it. And a broken down... There you are. A broken down door leads to what used to be some kind of a cell where people were chained to the walls. But on the western side of it, a pit that seems to scream from the hell below.
Shahid.
Yes.
Do you remember last time we were here? And I think it was you that said that there was something screaming on the other side of the wall.
I did.
Do you think maybe it's behind this door?
Behind which door? This door right here?
This one or... oh, well, this door's completely gone.
Well, what I was hearing, the wall was cracked and there was a green light therein. So if I'm looking... If I'm on the other side now, there would be a green light somewhere in the middle of where you would then see a cracked wall opposed the other side.
Renault, you can see that the green lights, the 4 lights in the middle of the hallway where you are rather bright. Ophelia, the remnant of the green light from the main hallway down below is definitely leaking into that room. And if you go right here, you can see where the hole in the wall is that Renault, or excuse me, that Shahid was talking about.
Oh, I found the hole in the wall. It's right here. All of those doors are moot. You can go through the ones that are on the floor.
As she's saying this, Shahid would be attempting to look down the hole. He has Devil's Sight, so his dark vision is up to 120 feet.
Ooh.
Down.
Oh, fuck.
Spicy.
That is, goddamn. Okay, well.
And it pierces magical darkness, doesn't it? For Devil's Sight.
I'm pretty sure it does pierce magical darkness.
I play a lot.
It does pierce magical darkness. I have plans.
That is fantastic. Alrighty, so you peer down into the depths, and it is about a 15-foot drop before you hit a concrete tiled floor. You absolutely tiled. Oh yeah, more like stone tiles, like large stone tiles.
Okay.
As you look down there, you can see that it looks fairly benign. But also the darkness that occupies that hole is not made through normal means.
So there's a 15-foot drop here. I see some rock tile of some sort on the bottom. This darkness that's surrounding it, I can peer through, but I'm pretty positive this isn't a natural darkness, if you understand what I'm saying. This is more of like a metaphysical or arcane darkness.
Do you like to experiment? And I'm gonna pick up a piece of rubble.
I'm an archaeologist. Of course I want to explore the
and
crazy
I'm gonna cast light on it.
You do?
And I'm gonna throw it down the hole.
You do?
Throw it in the hellhole.
You see the light just disappears, and with it the sound is muffled of anything landing. So Shahid, you see it go plink, 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 and it bounces around in a room, but somewhat muffled from the darkness around it.
Yeah, so it landed. It just did its normal bounce on the floor than which you would imagine it to. Nothing different. Am I noticing anything like claw marks as like attempts to climb up the wall or successful attempts to climb up the wall? Anything like that?
No, but now that you're looking, can you give me a perception check?
Yeah, you.
With advantage, if you don't mind.
You got it.
Ooh.
So that is an 18.
An 18. Yeah. Fuck it. The hole itself looks like it had been naturally created through some sort of like engineering fault or what have you. A portion of the floor gave away. There was no supporting material under it. Okay, that part is natural. What is not natural, however, is that someone took advantage of this hole, did something to it. That's not what your role is for. That created a darkness in the hole. What you now notice... Whoa!
Hello.
Red Herring Thief! Thank you for the sub!
Thank you.
Thank you. Mwah. You notice, however, that there are runes carved in the stone, embedded in the darkness, that without your sight, you would never be able to see. The runes take up the entire circumference of this hole, which is rather large. It's like 12 to 15 feet wide. When you take a look at them, however, you notice some things about them. Give me an Arcana check.
Absolutely. That's a 12.
Ooh. You have you have mods if you want to use them.
You know what? Yeah, let's use a 5 on that.
All right,
Damn.
cool. So you
So
are
17.
All right, that's a 17, 18, 19, 20. 18, you might want to use your 2 and your 1.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Just saying. Cool. Awesome. So it's hard to detect, but you manage to look around. There's a couple of things going on here. Number one, there are 2 types of runes in this area, and every other one, or rather, it's this one. It's type A, type B, type A, type B, type A, type B, and it continues around that way. Type A seems to be an illusion of sound. All the sounds coming up out of the hole are being created by those runes. Type B, you detect as a ward. What is your lineage?
Miradil.
And as a Miradil, you have advantage on certain things. I should have had you roll Arcana with advantage. Give me another Arcana with advantage.
Sure. Another Arcana with advantage?
Uh-huh.
Okay. That is a 23.
And I'll have that which you just applied to it, because that was my mistake. Not a separate roll. The dice that you just applied to it.
You got it, yeah. So that was a 5,
8,
a 2, and a 1, right?
Yep.
So that's an 8.
So your 8 in total gives you a
31.
Oh yeah, it does. Demons. It wards any demon from going through this hole.
Interesting. So there's runes around these walls. I see them in interchanging patterns. The first pattern seems to actually be what's manifesting the sounds that are coming from this pit. However, the secondary runes are actually a ward against demons.
So
somebody who created this is protecting themselves with some kind of mystical darkness, plus these sounds, obviously, and then these this ward of demons.
Are they throwing people in and keeping them from coming out? Keeping demons from coming out?
It would be a good method of discerning whether or not someone was a demon or not, as you call them.
No, like a...
I don't want to say their names because the last thing you want to do is name a demon, but I do remember it started with an R. Let's not say these things. So be careful. Remember, keep our secrets silent. So yeah, so these particular demons with these particular names, if you were to call them out.
Well, just for all intents and purposes, Randy.
Hey.
Yeah, it was like Randy Shah. You know what I'm saying? So Randy.
Yes.
We're going to call it Randy. So the Randys.
Uh-huh.
Right. It's a ward against these Randys.
From coming up.
Sure. I mean, it technically would stop them from coming down too. So if they started down, if there's a ward, they couldn't come up. And if they were already up, there's a ward, so they can't go down. So it really depends on the direction in which they were going, which is why I was trying to see if there was any kind of
activity underneath.
It got really quiet. Did anybody else?
No,
that may be
me.
a Sirenscape thing. It's continuing.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, okay.
I just noticed the screaming.
I was like, nope, it's just the demons in my head and normal.
They don't like the name Randy.
Okay. Randy.
So this was a man-made pit for putting people in...
The first portion, it seems like it was made, from my archaeological excavating by man, yeah, and then the second half down, it seems as if it was like an addition, so to speak.
What?
So if I'm noticing that, is that exactly where the runes start, Steve?
Mm-hmm.
Was this hospital put on top of that hole?
It very well could be. This could be some kind of a burial site underneath.
So,
would I recall anything like that, Steve?
I need a history check from anybody that would want to know more information.
Yeah, you
love to.
Did I get my advantage on that history?
Oh,
18.
Yeah, you do. Okay, 18.
Almost a 20.
Almost a 20. You mean 19?
No, 19. Yeah.
Okay.
20 lights.
11.
11. Casper?
I know nothing
17.
of the town I grew up in.
17, Casper?
Yeah.
Okay, before I give out anything, any final mods that are being added to this? Renault, you've not used any mods.
I am nada.
Freaked out this entire gathering.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'll use +1. Put me at 20.
Prod, poke. Do it.
All right. So that's an 18, a 20, an 11, and a 17. Any last adjustments? Casper, you have a +1 and a +2. Ophelia, you have a +1. Renault,
do we
you
have any urchins left?
Oh yeah, the party has 3, thanks to the chat. And
so
Renault
if anybody wants to re-roll.
Yep, and Renault has a 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Is this an average? So I should re-roll.
Is this an average?
It's an average. Are you collecting the average of the rolls, or are you doing each individual? Like, I could just bank on the others telling me, or if you're gathering an average of a collection of rolls, then I'll roll again.
Well, as a player, you're thinking like a player. Yeah, you should be thinking as a character. How much does your character want to know this info? If they don't want to know a lot, then don't do it.
I'll roll it again.
All right.
Burial grounds tend to be things that are overlooked during the process. Please use another one.
Okay, yep, I'll roll it again.
Use another one. Most of the time, once these are done improperly,
17.
You can somewhat guess that it would overlap with whatever entities existed during that time.
So we have an 18, a 20, a 17, and a 17, right?
You can add my 1 to that, please.
To make it an 18?
Yep.
You want to add a 4 instead?
Oh, you said I just had a 1. I'll take that 4.
Oh, yeah, no, you do have a 4. I apologize.
Okay.
I misread.
That's okay. I'll take the 4. Yeah.
The 4.
Ophelia really wants to know.
So you have now a 21, 18, 20, 21, and 17.
Mm-hmm.
Merriweather Asylum was constructed shortly after a battle had taken place in this area 150 years ago. The initial building that was put on top of it was small, really meant just to take care of the casualties of war. The building that formed up around it, however, came up under the most unusual of circumstances. It appeared overnight, and everyone accepted it as such. You each remember, providing that you have a 20 or above, having read about this. that it was an unusual occurrence, but because so much time has passed and so little inquiry was ever made, everyone simply forgot that Merriweather Asylum was anything else other than there.
Wasn't that battle 150 years ago also?
Yes, it was. With those things that we're not going to say their names of, and then the other guy.
Randy's, right?
With the Randys. Yes, I love that name. Yeah, with the Randys, and then the other name that I don't feel like saying right now, just in case we don't want to infuriate the things that are in there by saying Newman.
Okay. So
the 9-foot tiger Newman and the demon Randys. Correct.
Yes.
Happened 150 years ago.
Is this where they came out to fight?
Or this is their infirmary where the wounded came in and have never left.
Constable, you mentioned something about there being a separation outside where the child ran from. Is that correct?
Yeah, Shahid saw it too. Sort of
I did.
Like, when if you cut into a curtain, it's like someone did that to the air.
Is it possible, Shahid, that right down there is another form of that, and these, I guess, walls, these other levels that we cannot see, are preventing the passage of anything that matches that temporal signature?
I can see that. That actually makes sense. Sure. If this portal were for the...
A portal, yes.
Yeah. For the... how are we calling them now, Ms. Moore?
Randys?
No, the other ones.
Newmans.
The
Newmans. If this was a Newman site, then they wouldn't want any Randys to enter, so they would have created a Randy ward.
Huh. Very strange. Okay.
Okay.
So dark in here.
I don't think there's anything much to be done about the...
There should be a great deal of things to be done, because if this is true, no excavation should be done to prevent what was attempted to be sealed prior, so maybe we should cover it.
Oh, I suppose we could use
I'll get to work.
Now, if you'd like, you can help me with these doors on the floor. Can cover the Randy Newman hole, and
still wondering if it's meant to keep the Randys in or out.
I think out. If they're demons and they come from there, right?
Shahid, give me another perception check.
Perception check, sure.
Oh,
not a damn thing.
That's a shame.
I got a 1 plus so that's a 5 total.
Do we have another urchin?
Yep.
He said that's a shame.
You should use that.
I will use that urchin to do that perception check again.
Okay.
At this time, we have a 23.
Better.
When you look back down the hole before all the adjustments are made, Ophelia puts a door over it and what have you. You see something that you did not see previously. Armed with the information you now have, reality begins to show itself. You see that pebble resting on top of something. And that little something happens to be colored a little bit silver. That silver is on top of another silver, on top of gold, on top of a chest, on top of a floor. And you look around and you can see so much time has passed where things have been put inside of this hole as offerings to the demon within below. And all of it lies a mere 10 feet away.
This is an offering site.
What do you mean?
So back in the times of high magic, there would be either cults or religious followings that would go and pay homage to their deities by either giving them sacrifices of food, individuals, or quite frankly, money. So this here is quite literally a treasure trove in honor of the Randys.
I just read Tolish's comment to shove Ophelia in there and see what happens.
As soon I was like, I'm gonna see which one he's laughing at. I saw Tolish's comment. I was like, that's the one Steve's laughing at. Jesus. Nothing but kind. I'm taking the rum back. All right. So are we to toss in a coin?
Toss a coin to your Randy?
A coin to our Randy? I can't.
Well, now understand. I mean, if we do, you're paying respects to this entity, and you will be inviting him in.
But I'm afraid of what would happen if we don't.
I mean, we are fully aware of it now. It doesn't really change anything if we don't pay a tribute to this. I don't know if that's a smart thing to do.
I agree.
Because once it grabs hold of your soul, it's a lot.
Too much respect.
Okay. Then I guess I'll just thank it for its time. Thank you for your time. I'm gonna take a nice step back from that pit. I don't know what to do about it. It seems like a big piece of a puzzle, and we don't even know what the picture of the puzzle is.
It's good that we know it's here, though.
I'm going to continue fixing the hole like I've been doing this entire time.
The thing that's...
Go ahead. Describe what you've been doing.
So, Renault, while this conversation is having, I see the base structure, the first layer, here, and as I'm adding to it, I'm hearing all of this wailing coming from the effect nearby, and it's increasing in noise. But as I stack it, I'm visualizing the lines of the rocks, and I'm shifting them in a manner that is almost like a Tetris board, where a rock sinks into its appropriate place. I rotate it properly, and I press it in, and it locks itself based off of the texture edges of the rocks. And as I do, I complete a mending in certain areas.
You're performing mending?
Yep.
With the intention of restoring this floor back to normal?
Yes.
You
the
cast it.
Physically repair them. Sorry, go ahead.
An energy reverberates around it, and you can see some of the stones, and several of the stones immediately begin coming back into place. But just as it does, you end up restoring the original hole that was there, glyphs and all. The hole is now perfect and round and meant to be there. And it includes the glyphs that summoned the living into the realms of death. Everyone make a Constitution save.
Oh, God. TPK.
Because it's where's it going?
I got a 5,
God
and I would
damn.
like to blow my load.
Okay,
You've been saving it.
I'm gonna go around the let me go around the table here. Shahid.
14.
Okay, what do you want to do with that 14, if anything?
I don't have anything.
Okay, so you begin to feel like it's starting from your chest, and you can see small like droplets of blood, your very life essence, seeping out of your pores. Everyone is beginning to watch Shahid start turning like in one giant bruise. Having said that, move over to Renault.
I had a 5. I'm blowing my load, adding 15. It's a 20.
That's a 5, and that's going to be a total of 10 plus a 14. You rolled a what?
I rolled a 5.
You rolled a 5, so it turns into a 19. Okay.
Oh, 19? Okay.
Yeah, because you already used your 1 previously.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So you have your 19. Your 19. You're like. You're studying it, and you can feel your foot, which happens to be right there. And because you're looking at it, your hands raised, imbued with arcane energy. That arcane energy, some of it goes. Zzz. You feel a tendril of arcane energy. Initially, energy. Initially, you can't see it, but then you do once you understand what had happened. Like a whip, it coils itself around your wrists and pulls you in. You're about to fall in. Casper.
I got a 7.
Casper just kind of goes, yeet, thunk. Just like you're scrambling for everything. Casper, you feel an immediate... You could feel your entire body getting pulled straight from the core, like something reached right through you, grabbed onto your spinal cord like a handle, and is starting to pull you back towards the hole. And as you do, like your feet are now dangling in the pit, your lower body slips, you're grabbing onto whatever you possibly can. All of this is happening simultaneously, and you're currently holding on by your fingertips until...
This one's mine.
Casper disappears.
No!
Ophelia.
I mean, I got a 9, baby. I mean, for flavor, I'd like to maybe try to stab the ground with the knife.
Sure.
To make it look like I tried a little harder.
Sure, you do. You stab the ground with a knife. You're holding on to it, and you feel you're holding on for dear life. Everything around you is just disappearing. You can see souls, like all of them constantly getting sucked down the hole. You now find yourself you see Casper like land next to you, grabbing onto stuff next to you, and then he's holding on. It's like you even try to reach out towards him, and then whoom, Casper then drops down. Ophelia, what dagger are you using? The one that's been in your hand? The glass dagger? The one that you just let go of and fell into the pit without?
I mean, yeah, I guess, with a 9.
And Ophelia disappears in the hole.
Yay.
Shahid, you're fighting everything. Whatever it is that this thing is causing, you have an immediate vision. Something rising up out of the sand. A distant memory. Something massive. You saw a body undulating out of the ground, rising up, flopping down on the ground to crush all of the tents in the area, coming back up and with a mighty roar. Something that continued towards the tent of your wife and child. But you also remember how they went away on a train and the whistle of that train caused them to disappear as the train pulled them out of your life. But no, that creature that was awoken that day was no sandworm, but something.
You released me.
You remember from the memory.
Tell me why I should not consume your family.
You remember the bargain you made. Do you remember it?
Yeah.
What did you say?
Tell me why.
I'm so hurt. My wife, my daughter. I need them back.
You can have them back.
Give them to me, and I'll give myself unto you.
Take my hand.
And as the hand extended, you can see talons rising up, black like obsidian from the ends of pulsing fingers, with a blood within this frame that comes from no mortal source. You take the hand, and as you do, he clenches his fist and drives those right into your veins, causing some of that blood to leak out.
So it shall be. Call upon me to know thy power. Thy wife and child are safe as long as you are with me.
You're hanging on the edge of a hole. Your fingers now, you look at your wrist and you can feel warm blood coming down from inside your wrist, the same place that had been damaged all those years ago. And with that, your hands start getting weaker and... Renault?
Looking at the fact that I'm currently being pulled, I'm going to contemplate. Can I do an insight check?
Yes, you can.
I got an 18.
Yes, you do. You remember.
Likelihood, yeah.
You remember. What are you looking for, Renault?
The coding. There is an entropic overlay. The magic can be figured out, and I'm trying to figure out how to interact with it.
You remember it.
It's here. You see the grid all around you, how everything is exactly as you planned it to be. You see yourself disappearing down the hole, being absorbed as you have been once before. How would you like to proceed?
I'm going to reach into my pocket as I'm slipping in. I'm going to clutch the cube and see if I can reach out and dive towards one of the others to see if there's a reaction.
Define others.
The ones that went before me. Ophelia, Constable Casper, and Shahid.
Define the force with which you shall do so.
extending the cube back behind me. As I drift down, I'm going to use it to propel myself.
You are maximizing effects. Shall I execute this?
Yes.
Executing.
It's ever so slight. A reality that overlays this one. One that you can see. One that extends from this dimension and through to the next. Renault, when you left the ship, the orbiter station, you remembered that there was so much more to this world. Something was surrounding the destroyed station that you found yourself now floating in space from. Looking around it, you were able to see something, a figure, a large, amorphous figure that was crushing the station. Initially, you thought it was an external force, a threat. Then, having had the vision again, you recalled that the figure was tied to the planet below. This planet that we are on. The power that was destroying that station was the planet itself. Nature calling out. Nature reclaiming that which it once had. Now, having traversed all that time and distance, you are here, and you can see reality for exactly as it is. An illusion of so many things. The soul cage in which you now find yourself, which others have called the Merriweather Asylum, has taken its victims for the time being. You understand the processes that it must follow in order to carry out its plans. How would you like to disrupt them, Renault?
Like every cage, there is a key. And like I'd always assumed, there is a way to resonate away from the chains. While I have my cube focused, and I am present in this cage, I'm going to reach out and find the coding of this cage and cast Shatter.
You begin looking around, and you understand that there is something here indeed that is holding this cage together. Initially, it appears more as a, shall we say, a trivial attempt. Something magical, something unexplainable. Of course, you understand precisely what magic is. Nothing more than the unexplained sciences of the future. You take a look. You cast Shatter. One moment, please.
Engaging. 3, 2, 1.
Warnung, Reaktorschaden. Kernbruch steht bevor.
You begin hearing voices, things that you've heard before. You execute the program. And then as you do, something occurs. You remember this moment. The beautiful luxury of no sound in space as you went hurtling, head over feet, through space, watching everything collapse silently before you. You remember that now. And just as you do now, the protections that others have laid here are now gone. You have succeeded in your mission. Everything that lies before you now is a mundane costuming for a period of time, constructed so that others would be able to understand it better. You, on the other hand, understand this reality now laid out before you. It is a place of stone and brick. It is a place where these things exist to everyone around it. But it was constructed, in its manner, for an entirely different purpose. Where you are now, however, is also having the overlay of an illusion. You understand. You understand very well. You and your 4 friends find yourself in a very different place. The 4 of you are standing awkwardly on top of items. You find yourself on a chest, in a hall, in a room, some sort of weird stuff underneath you. What are you doing?
Are you all right? Are you all right? Casper, are you okay? I'm going to go to each one, touch them each.
Everyone seems to be okay.
Are you hurt? I'm not hurt.
I think so. Somehow. Yeah.
Shahid immediately looks at the ceiling and like starts touching the wall to see if he sees the runes or the hole or anything like that above where they are, because he believes he recognizes.
You do see the hole above you. However, the preternatural darkness that once protected the hole from common sight is now gone.
Renault, did you fall after us? How did you get down here? I saw Shahid right above me. I saw Casper first.
Don't be too upset, but I think I changed something fundamental to the necessity of our time in which we came from initially. And
what did you change?
By an assumption, I would say that it in fact may have put us in a situation that we may not be familiar with on more than a temporal level.
Is this
but
the
we're
Randy
alive?
hole?
Yes, as much as we were before, considering we were killed when we got there, but that's another...
I'm gonna hug Renault really tight. You saved our lives by changing something fundamental. I don't even care what you changed. We're alive?
Yes.
But what did you change?
Be cautious with the planchette close to the cube. One moment.
It's all right.
Yes.
You're fine.
Laying on the ground, mind you, as you shift around on top of these items, you see a ridiculous amount of coins and something, a piece of bone engraved with something, a coin purse. You see what appears to be ancient chainmail. You find like a pair of leather boots in there. There's a bottle of silver dust, for fuck's sake. You find like a huge link, like 20 feet of iron chain. You find leather something that, if pulled together, would stitch together like bracers.
If we are exactly where I believe we are, then those are the items that were to tribute the demon. I would highly suggest not touching that. We've already disrupted it enough by landing in it.
Oh, I think I royally fucked up. If we're all down here,
right?
The dagger is up there.
What do you mean? Yeah,
that is correct.
I was panicking. I was getting sucked into the hole.
Rather your life than the dagger.
We can go get it. Surely we're not going to live here forever, right?
That is not something I would do. A gambling wager on? Considering, based off of probability and the chances that we are in a similar situation that we were before, at least that I was in, that I was able to ascertain on the first portion. No, we won't be able to get that dagger anytime soon.
Okay.
I think we should find someplace else. I'm looking
There's
around.
a door.
I'm looking around for a reflective material, not necessarily the coins, but like a glass mirror or chrome or something I can see a surface in.
You do. You find some stuff. In this case, it's a piece of metal, like the back of something that has since been broken free. A thin piece of metal that has been polished.
Okay, I'm going to hold on to that, and I'm going to see if I can experiment with something at a later time. But I'm going to follow suit with where everybody's going in the meantime.
Okay.
There's a door down here. And it's locked.
Is there any indication of where we are? This is seems relatively recently crafted.
I would assume we're in a pit. And I don't know how far down we are.
Well, pardon me. I might be able to get us out of here. One moment.
Shahid, when Ophelia said, you don't know how far down we are, you know that just about...
15 feet.
Yeah.
We're 15 feet down.
Oh.
The door's locked.
Let me try and work this in a little bit. I'm going to try and unlock it.
Yep, give me a dex.
There we go. Damn it. 11 total.
Seems like it's going to stay that way.
All right.
Maybe let me have a crack at it, yeah?
Could I use my my tools?
I would have expected that you were.
Got it. You told me to do a check. I wasn't sure.
Oh, yeah, no. It's you were attempting to open a lock, so.
Gotcha.
Did you add in your proficiency with that?
No, I did not.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for that.
Oh.
Yeah, just as Renault leaves, he goes, oh, by the way, Tix has tools, sticks it in there, quickly works it, opens it, or rather unlocks it, and then moves out of the way, or however you want to do that.
Yep, that's exactly how I want to do it. Okay. Oh, I forgot to use this. Click.
Having rolled a 27, yeah.
It's still locked.
Oh, sorry.
Renault.
There we go.
You can't just look at the door. Oh, now it's open.
Oh, good job. Good job, Miss Ophelia.
Okay.
Beyond a chamber of fallen columns, rubble, indicating the age of this is so much older than might be imagined initially. Placeholders for torches or sconces remain, but are also unlit.
There are stairs there going up. I do like the idea of up.
Yeah.
However, there's also down here. Oh. There we go.
Shahid's going to take out one of his mirror shards, and he wants to hold it in here to see if there's any entities with us.
You can see many spirits floating through the air, moving through the wall, but all of them seem to be going in a single direction. And that is...
And which way would that be?
To the right of on the map.
So I'm witnessing spectral entities in my mirror, of course, going, I guess, to my left along this wall. All of them, they're just all as if being summoned or channeled or drawn to that direction.
Like this direction, but up near you?
Like the direction that you're facing right now.
Yes. There's something there. I don't know if we should... I don't know what that is. It looks like a
approaches
piece of metal.
That is correct. In the hallway, suspended from the ceiling on a rusty chain, a scythe, still sharpened, still most likely dangerous, but very visible. Just on the other side of that, another one resting on the ground. Or actually, excuse me, a dismantled piece of something on the ground. Looks to have been a giant, like, lumber saw blade.
So this makes sense. So according to some of the texts that I read back at the museum, they used to be these ancient temples or pyramids or ziggurats, if you would, that would have traps to prevent thieves from attempting to steal the offerings and other types of religious relics. So these look like some triggered traps.
So we can either go up, go towards something that is worth protecting, or through this door down here at the end of the hall.
To complete the picture, about halfway down the hallway that leads to the east, a doorway lies to the north. Down to the south, the room continues approximately 15 feet wide, and on the right side for the characters is what appears to be an archway of some kind. But going down the hallway, the floor itself seems to have given way, and so have the walls. In fact, it looks like that the wall on the left side has completely just disappeared in a smooth line, whereas the one on the right seems to fade away into darkness. However, you can also see that there is what you believe to be a wall on the other side of the hall. The floor gone.
Suggest moving with caution, Mr. Shahid.
Yeah.
So Shahid's gonna just look straight down this hallway again. His double sight, which is just always up, basically the 120 feet of through any kind of darkness or magical darkness. Is there anything beyond this, or does it look as if it just goes into like nothing, like literal nothing?
You're uncertain, but it would seem. Hold on, let me give you some stuff here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did your character's vision just increase?
It did.
Okay. What you see is now what you see. It appears that the wall, there's a wall that terminates. There's a pit of some kind on the other side.
Yes.
Yeah.
So down this hole, I do see, it seems like a fun, another pit. But there's ways in which we can move, I believe, like if we wanted to move in a northerly fashion or a southerly fashion. Or left and right, rather.
So we just fell into a pit.
Right. And we know that all the spirits are being drawn to that direction. So do we want to go towards them, or do we want to explore a little away from all that? Right.
This door's unlocked. This door is right over here. This one seems fine and not dangerous like the way you're going.
Let's try that.
Yes, no offense, Mr. Shahid, but I'm not feeling
none taken.
Incredibly brave right now.
Let's just be careful. Yeah. There's some triggered traps here. Might be safe to assume that there are some untriggered ones lying about.
It's a good call. Is anybody more in tune with traps generally? Has more experience? Constable, do you have experience with traps at all, or?
I've built many doorways to stop people from drinking my drinks. Coffee. But nothing significant meant to do any harm. More trivial.
I mean, I'm not particularly in tune with traps, but, you know, as long on the force as I spent, you learn to look out for certain things, and you kind of hone those instincts. So I'll take the lead here.
Okay. Renault, if you want to go next, I mean, a coffee guardian sounds very coveted, so.
Very much so.
Okay. I'll bring up the rear with Mr. Shahid.
Casper.
Bomb. Casper's day off.
Anyway, Renault, or excuse me, Casper, you can tell that at the end of the passage, if you're looking by your character's left, that there's a bunch of stacked barrels and what have you. Against that wall, if you notice, there also seems to be a flicker of light coming from beyond that hall.
There's some sort of light. Looks like the hall goes and then turns. There's some other bit of light coming from after the turn.
Cool, right? If you think it's safe, we should...
Yeah, wait here a sec, I'll go. I'm gonna creep up to the corner and as sneakily as I can peek around.
Okay. Well, you can see the passageway goes down, and somewhere down there, it's also warm in here. You are noticing it is actually rather warm. There seems to be a glow coming from a large fire in that room down the hall.
Yeah, go back. So there's a fire down there, pretty big one.
A controlled fire, like a fireplace, or are we talking like the place is burning down?
Didn't seem like it was spreading too rapidly, but
I find it a little odd that there's a fire so far below.
Something's coming.
There is... Oh, Jesus Christ, the fucking those voice things, man. You see somebody in a cloaked hood running right towards you with a dagger in their face. Or excuse me, a dagger in your face, or excuse me, a large dagger in your face with every intention of doing some major fucking damage. It's going to strike Shahid for a 22. Shahid, will that
22
hit?
To hit?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
That'll hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Can I have you make a wisdom save?
Sure. We got an 8.
You feel, and all of you can say, and okay. As Shahid comes around the corner, you all hear something scream. Shahid bends over just for a quick moment. Casper, you can see his coat moves behind him. Shahid, the metal of a scimitar went directly through your body. And you feel a pulse of positive energy overtake you as well.
This time you shall live. You just begun to understand your powers. Now use them, Shahid al-Zafar.
And we'll see you guys next week.
I can't. I'm just...
I can't even.
What? I hold on for a week to the hope that you're not gonna do that. I'm like, maybe this is the day. Maybe this is the episode where he, executes a little bit of restraint or compassion, empathy.